This week we're going to talk about vaginal dryness. So if you're dry downstairs, that is completely normal. It happens with estrogen levels changing. It can be really frustrating. It can affect your sex life. It can obviously be painful. There's lots of different things that can go on, but we're going to have a chat about it. And I've got some notes, so I will refer to some of those. I've got some home remedies that you can try as well. So firstly, here, what are some things you can do kind of straight off the bat? So obviously just general cleanliness down there, making sure, you know, we're showering and washing and keeping things in order first off the bat, you know. And then secondly, if you're using female hygiene products, just go for natural ones. Like, don't use scented. Just try and everything that is in that area, keep it 100% as natural and organic as possible. The next thing I would consider is changing your underwear, making sure you're using cotton underwear rather than synthetic, anything that's going to breathe better, even to the point where at night, you know, just let it have a breathe down there. You know, don't wear undies to bed. Let the lady have some breathing space and you know, and some aeration, you know, just to help if you are struggling in this department. Another thing you could consider is doing Kegel exercises. You want the muscles in the vagina to be still strong, and you know, it's like any other type of exercise or muscle in the body. We want to make sure you know, that it's staying strong and being used. So that is something that you consider as well. Now there are obviously lots of different symptoms and side effects, and personally I'll just tell you, I haven't actually had too much trouble in this department. I do use a lubricant, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But it can be very problematic, and if you know, if you are having really bad issues, then you know, when would you go and see a gyno? If you're in pain, if you're trying some of these natural alternatives and they're not working, you know, like lubrication and some of the things that we've talked about, and it's just not making any difference. If you're, like I mentioned, in pain, if you're suffering in any way, then you kind of need to just tune in and go, okay, maybe I need a gynecologist to give me a bit more direction. So what we're talking about today is things we can kind of do ourselves. You know, I'm going to talk about some home remedies that we can use now. But if none of those things work, then the reason that gynecologists are around are to help us, and you know, they know, they've studied exactly how our anatomy works. So I would definitely be recommending going to see them. So here are some home remedies you can use to help. You know, first up is coconut oil, which I love coconut oil. It's, you know, great for cooking, but it's really good for your body as well. You can like rub it on your skin. It has linoleic acid. It would be good if I could actually pronounce words, which is a fatty acid, and that really helps to deeply moisturize the skin. So not only can it help with, you know, adding that natural lubrication, which is super important, it can actually really restore some good moisture into the skin. So you can use that on all parts of your body. Olive oil is another really great oil that can be used, same thing with high fatty acids. And it can help repair the vagina. And actually a clinical trial was conducted on 25 women using olive oil for vaginal dryness, and it got like a 73% rating. So that's good to know. This is why I wanted to pass on some of this information to you guys today. Vitamin E oil is another good one. It also has a natural lubricant and moisturizes the vagina and restores elasticity, really good. And it's a good source of antioxidants. So for some women, however, vitamin E oil can cause irritation or itching. So if that happens, see your doctor. I'm not a doctor. I'm just passing on these natural remedies that I have personally found, and to share with you guys in the hope that they are helpful. But if it doesn't work, then don't persist with it and see your doctor. Jojoba oil is another really good one that you can use, rich in minerals and vitamins, such as vitamin E, vitamin B, copper, zinc, chromium, selenium, and iodine. So it is really a gentle oil, and it's really safe to use as a lubricant as well. So evening primrose oil, I take this myself for menopausal symptoms, and this can also be used as well. I did not know that, so that's very good to know. So phytoestrogen rich diet is something else that you can look at. Vaginal dryness often occurs when estrogen is reduced, so if you can up your phytoestrogens in your diet, then this may help alleviate some of those situations. So things like carrots, barley, cherries, flax seeds, licorice roots, these are all foods that are rich in phytoestrogens and could well help. However, if you have some breast cancer history, then seek medical advice before using any of those products. So the other thing you can use is over-the-counter lube. Just make sure that it's a water-based one, because silicone can have some negative side effects. I would just be trying to find the most natural, naturally occurring kind of, really super no sense, like really natural as you can to use, obviously, in that area. But like I mentioned, I do use lubrication myself, and it has been a game changer in my sex life, and that's a really important part of menopause. Like, you still need to maintain a good sex life because it's really important for your relationship. So don't let this go by the wayside. If you're struggling with any of these things, make it a priority to go get some lubrication, try some of those natural ones that we talked about, make some of those changes to your clothing, or try some of those exercises, because we are sexual beings, and our sex lives are very important, not only for our own personal selves but for our relationships. So don't let that go, because it will have an impact for sure, and you don't want that to happen. So hopefully this has been helpful. I think it's a really important topic that needs discussing. Personally, I think as a society we suck at talking about sexual subjects, so it needs to be something that is able to be discussed more freely and honestly, so we all know more about these things, and we don't feel like it's a taboo subject. All of us are doing it. It's completely natural, and we need to be able to stop bottling up these sort of things and sharing information with each other, so we can actually progress and just be enjoying this stage of life, whatever it looks like for you. So I hope that was interesting and hopefully informative. Please drop in the comments how you are traveling. Is your sex life okay? I mean, maybe you don't want to comment on this forum, but you can give me a thumbs up in the comments. Or if you have questions, please use the comment section and share this with someone who else might need to tune in, or who might appreciate knowing this information, especially some of these topics that don't get shared. So, and I'll just ask you in advance, please subscribe. I would appreciate that so much. Just the more people who know about this, then, I believe we're here to connect and share our experiences so we can help each other along, and that doesn't happen if people don't share just a resource like this. So thanks for listening to me stutter through my explanation of not being able to pronounce things. You guys are awesome, and I'm just over here sharing my journey with menopause. So I'm just another human being just like you, who isn't good at spelling or pronouncing words. So have a great day, and I'll see you soon.